don't want to do a video. When what you're being told seems just so crazy, or that you know it's true, you know it's truth. You know it's truth, you've been dealing with these things, but like, you don't want to get out there and start talking to the public about it, you know? Like, but then, I mean, I literally, since earlier this morning, knew I needed to speak about what I've been feeling and hearing from the angelic realm and what I've been having to do. And I didn't want to. And I literally ended up almost throwing up just now because it's like, you need to purge this. We need you to get this out now. And then an hour ago, I spoke to my friend who had the same thing. Literally. Like, I have to get this out now. So there are women of this earth and men, but I'm talking about the women because it seems like the women are being more directly affected. So there's a real thing about the balance of light and dark. And I have told you over and over again that I see things in energy. So positive, negative energy, positive, negative, you know, like protons, neutrons kind of a thing, right? So if there's light, there's dark. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about angels, demons. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about light and dark. Oh, my neck. All right, I'm getting to it. There are women of this earth who are very directly connected to the earth, and they hold light. They hold the light. Many women, like tons of women. Like, you don't even know that you probably are, and you are. So this past week, very much so, but especially yesterday was like the huge day. If everything seemed to be going wrong for you yesterday, it was because we were under a negative psychic attack. I know that sounds stupid, right? It sounds wrong. It sounds like, oh, don't be putting fear out there. There is no fear. Don't have fear about it, because fear is what they look for. Just know that there is. So what happens is there are people, there are things, energies out there that want us to be oppressed. They want to be in charge. They want to be, they feed off of the misery of us humans, and they trick humans to do things to help them. And so there are women and men who hold the light. They hold the light, and so what happens is whenever these dark practices are done, so what happens is there are entities, energies that put out signals, and then certain humans pick up these signals, and then they do what is needed to be done for dark practices. So dark practices are basically things that negatively affect those of the light. So what is those of the light? Those of the light are there's a million different names. They call them goddess types. They call them Sophias. They call them just grid workers, light workers. In the olden days, these would have been the women who ended up being, you know, sisters, nuns, or spiritual leaders, spiritual people, this and that. So, because in your life, like, okay, you ever notice that some people just, you like to be around them? They have this beautiful energy. Well, that's what I'm talking about. And so these people are being affected, okay? So what's my point of this whole thing? What am I supposed to be telling everyone? just be aware right now that if everything seems to be going wrong in your life, don't push forward. Hold off. Okay, so uh say you have an appointment to go somewhere, and you're fighting traffic, you're fighting with this one, you're fighting with that one, all to get to this stupid appointment. At that point in time, it would almost be like, you know what? Let's reschedule this appointment. Let's just kick back, take it easy. Because all of the stuff that you're going through at that moment is being sent out into the universe with all that angst and all that, and that's what they're feeding off of. So, like, it's almost like a battering ram. Like you're in a really good high vibrational place. Like, yeah, I'm doing great, I'm feeling great, everything's really good. And then all of a sudden, bam, 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 all kinds of like negative stuff's coming at you. This one's talking bad to you. That one doesn't understand what you're saying. This one maybe maybe, oh my gosh, a bill that came out of nowhere, and oh, this. So I'm being told to tell people, don't freak out right now. There's like a window of time right now, and it's like for the next week, I think, or so. And so basically, what you're supposed to do is get quiet, ground yourself, take a shower to dispel these energies, listen to good music, um, go out in nature, disconnect. Disconnect from what is negatively affecting you. Um, because that's basically what's happening is like we're in a fight right now. It's like a battle almost, and a lot of people and okay, so how am I allowed to say a lot of people? Well, I'm in a couple of groups on Facebook, and sure, Facebook's not just the only thing. I'm also on Discord, I'm also on Twitch, I'm on a bunch of different platforms. So it's not just like I'm stuck to one platform. I'm like kind of across the whole thing. Plus, I speak to so many different types of people, and I speak to people who are not necessarily on social media. Maybe they're, like I was speaking to a teacher, was talking about what was going on at her school that she was noticing. I was talking to a woman who is works downtown, and she was noticing a bunch of stuff downtown. A lot of people are getting suicidal. Like, a lot of people are trying to exit this world all of a sudden. Don't do it. Don't give up your light. Please don't give up your light. It'll be over in about a week. All this stuff, this crazy stuff that's happening, I can't. I mean, you won't believe it. You can't believe it because you're not there. You're not at the same, like, maybe you can't hear what I hear. I'm hearing things from the universe, from the spirit, from angels, from light beings, whatever you want to call them. And I'm getting the understanding. Like, I can see the whole scope of it and the whole understanding of it. Right now, there's stuff going on out there, and we are all being affected because we are fleshy body. And so if a bunch of stuff is happening out there energetically, we're going to feel it. In a week, within 1 week, it's going to be better. So please hold on. If you're feeling suicidal, if you're feeling like you want to exit, don't exit. Don't leave us. Please don't leave us, because it's going to just get better. If you have to, just like I said, go get out into nature, go distract yourself, do something else. Um, you know, try to do things that are positive. Don't feed with drugs, don't feed with alcohol, don't feed with addictions. try not to. Please don't. Please don't. Try to just dig deep within yourself. Try to connect with like-minded people. Um, just ask for help. You know, the angelic realm is there to help you. Honest to God, you just sit quiet for a minute. Sit quiet in your little desperation if you are feeling that way, and say to them, please someone help me and let me feel you 100%. Can I feel you right now? And you will feel something. You will feel like you're being wrapped in love or hug or whatever, however it's going to come across to you. But you're going to feel something. They're here. This is real. This stuff is real. It's not fake. Um, and the thing is they can't help unless you ask, because they are of positive. They don't interfere. They that's not their way. They can't do that. They have to be invited. They have to be asked. The angels, the angelics, and all that, the light. So, but don't give up. Oh my God, there's so many people out there. Just I'm seeing, and I'm only one person, and I've already talked to, like, maybe it's been 3 days, and I've talked to maybe about 17 people. That's exhausting. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But that's how much of my energy I'm sending out to people. And so just it's okay. It's just about a week. Within a week, everything's going to change again. The energies are going to feel different. You're not going to feel so doom and gloom. It's going to feel better. Trust me. It's going to be okay. Don't give up. Don't exit. Don't exit right now. Please don't exit. It's not your time. We need you.